Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Because I
am Chidiebere.
Chidiebere, I'm originally because before I know the I'm a good. Can I start on you? Because can I start again Magisi or Papagisi?
No, you're gonna have to do it in English.
Okay, where are you originally from?
Okay, let's go. Let's start again. So I was born in Nigeria. I was born in Port Harcourt myself, but my family is from Imo State, in Icsn specifically, yes.
Okay, that's good, eh? So I'm going to ask in English, and ask for English, anyway, I'm so looking once to call and translate again in English, so because get time he joined Icsn. When did you join?
Oh, okay. So I joined, I want to say 8 years ago. I joined Icsn 8 years ago. And the reason I joined is I realized at that time I didn't really have many Igbo friends. My family's Igbo, but I didn't have that many Igbo friends. And growing up in the UK, especially London, I had a lot of Caribbean friends. I had, a lot of East African friends, South African friends, and I had when I say Nigerian, mainly Yoruba friends, but I noticed that actually I didn't have many Igbo friends in my life. And yeah, for me, I was just like, oh, actually, this is quite concerning.
So go to switch up about Icsn. How did you find out about Icsn?
Well, actually, through my cousin. My cousin, Charles Emeka, he was just like, sis, you need to come to Icsn, like you need to come. And I was just like, and I put it off for years. For years I put it off. I was like, no, thinking it was going to be like, those meetings. Like those meetings that your parents drag you to, where you're there with like the aunties and the uncles and you're just there waiting to go home. But he's like, no, you need to go, you need to go. And slowly over time, I was just like, you know what, I do need to go. Like, let me just go once and see what it's all about. And instantly, the first time I when I fell in love, it was like instant. This is where I belong. Okay.
And since you became a member, what have you enjoyed about Icsn? If you enjoying it, since you joined the line.
I love the meetings. I really love the meetings. I love like having that. It's almost like a monthly reset where you get to be just with your people. You get to be with your people, share stories, and just connect. And yeah, I really enjoyed the meetings. And yes, I love the social events as well. Like I love, the mini socials, the larger socials. But I think just having that regular touch point with your people is like so powerful.
So you were not there. One day we walk in this bank and join. I can't join the exec. Get it that time. When did it hit you that you said, you know what, I want to be part of the organization?
So what happened? So obviously this is back in there. So the first time I went to an Icsn meeting was in February. And then in March was when they had the AGM, like the annual meetings. And literally I was just like, I need to join. So within a month of me, like after my first time, I was like, I need to be involved in some way. So yeah, for me, it was like almost instantly, like I need to become part of the executive.
So okay, what was your first position? What position did you take first?
Okay, so my first position, if I remember, I was PR executive. So that was like supporting with promoting our events and our activities. Then my first year I was the PR exec. The second year I was the website executive, so looking after our website because again, I know that was like a touch point for a lot of people. So to have, be able to control that and influence that to make sure that when people go to our website, they know what we're all about, sharing our stories, sharing our pictures, so making sure that was really good. And then my third role was as assistant network director, so supporting the network director, who at that time was lovely Emeka, but yeah, supporting him, with like how his vision for the year, and yeah, just making sure our people in general were supported.
Not just the assistant. I'm thinking president.
No, I was assistant. I was assistant.
Because that time I
In my defense, in the next year I was pregnant, so by the time I got to the end of being the assistant area director,
because mine and I am very influential. Very small girl though. Ma Tina Nigeria teaching me Nigeria. Ma Vodafone. So because money and off Tagaba, Macanina, Pada Nkules within Kumme, or one more organization that's not a new Kumme campaign. I have got a 25 years anniversary. So basically, we're planning something massive. That's the reason why you've been called out. You've been called out here to come and speak about your experience. Because with all due respect, I respect all your effort that you put in ICSN, and it's because of the effort you put in, that's why we are here. Because if you did not put in all those free positions that you just explained to us that you took part in, ICSN won't be here. So we want to say a big, massive thank you for all you've done for us. And we ask you to please continue to support us. We know you're not married. It's a great boss, but it's a forget I want to sign. So, wanapan kan kamo pa go ha ko ko mun e ko kwa mwibu e kana na ko bo pa digi o kana do kwa ibo na ibu kwala anyi nya o ko me na na ba anyi o kana mwibu all so some bob na Christmas o buru mu ya nkawa e te san awa ba da pa Imo State bia bo la anyi o ha e ko ko mu so wanapan kan na bo pa ya nyam fu kwa ya o na kwa o tibo mana e adika nya na afi ibo e te ko ma afi ibo nya but o kana azakwa. So because I what are you looking forward to, or what are you looking to see at this big massive event we're about to do?
You know what, I think what I'm looking forward to the most is everyone coming back together. You know, I think especially, let's be honest, you know, lockdown and COVID had like a real big impact on our ability to come together as a community and as people. And I think especially like over like the last 3 years, you know, people are still taking their time to come back out. But I think 25 years of anything, you know, should be celebrated. And I'm looking forward to the most is everyone coming together, giving everyone a reason to get dressed up in their traditional wear. You know, I've got kids now, so I'm looking forward to like, you know, their first time, you know, wearing ishiagu and, you know, just being around, you know, our community. Because again, if we were back home, this is something you take for granted, but here in the diaspora, you really do value it. So I'm looking forward to year 25, all the old execs, all the old members, people just coming together, and even those who it's their very first time reconnecting with their culture, to really, like myself, when they go, to feel that sense of belonging.
Okay, that's good. So, because can you advise me, in the ICSN, the current members and the new member that's coming in, you know, can you advise again from Macanino going ICSN, go at least 3 years in your time, you know, na exec team, where we charge you from 3 good years. Can you advise again in the Nabatan and then the new ones they may come in after 25 years and beyond?
I would say, so with ICSN, you get out of it what you put into it. So you have to be committed, you know, you have to commit to turning up, you have to commit to actively networking with people. Yes, you know, the execs and other members will try their best to make you feel comfortable, make you feel invited, you know, but you have to talk, introduce yourself, you know, when people ask for your number, because they genuinely want to like connect with you outside of the meeting.
You know, about what pancake, Arapan can, I'm not going to do about Icsn, also give you was on your. So, Marapanka, I know what the number on a couple of ways. I'm catching on I to buy tea, money. Yeah,
it's how you make friends. Like, it's how you make friends, you know, it's not everything LinkedIn, not everything, you know, like you have to make friends. We are human, and I think as Igbos, we are naturally sociable people, you know, so that's why I think everyone has that pull towards joining ICSN. You don't join ICSN just to be, you know, hidden behind the scenes. Like, you join so you can talk to people, so you can connect with people. And a lot of the time that starts, you know, with a simple message, you know, whether it's a text message or a WhatsApp message. Hey, how are you? How are you doing? How are you finding things? Hey, we're meeting up here, you know, come and join us. you know, and I think that's what's beautiful about ICSN is that they've created, you know, over my years of being here, but also historically as well, they've created multiple different touch points for people, whether it's the mini socials, you know, if you're into books and reading, you've got the book club, you know, if you're into like movies, you know, like sometimes we arrange like trips to go to the cinema, you know, like if you're into partying, you know, dancing, bowling, whatever it is, they're always trying to think of ways that people can come together and feel safe. But again, you've got to attend these sessions, you know, you've got to attend these points, otherwise, you know, we're trying to do things for people, but we can only do where, you know, we're seeing the numbers and we're seeing the interest. So yeah, you really do get out what you put in. And also I would say, you know, once you join, you almost have to become an advocate as well. You know, you've got to promote it, talk about it, introduce other people. You know, I know myself, even now, you know, yes, I've got kids, but I will still, if I'm talking to my cousins, my nieces, you know, I'm always like, oh, you know, make sure, you know, ICSN, like, come to our event, you know, even pay for a ticket, you know, pay it forward, you know. Someone brought me in, I thought it was my duty now to bring other people in as well. Yeah, because that's how you keep it alive.
Oh, yes. So, because if you enjoy it, I'm not already. If you enjoy part of during your time as an exec member, what did you enjoy working as a team?
You know what? I love creating something from nothing, you know, like actually coming together. I enjoy, you know, identifying people's strengths, you know, and using each other's strengths to make things together. But it's also like a sisterhood, a brotherhood, where, you know, like genuinely are like friends for life. Like even if you might not speak every day, or the time might pass in between, it's like you're like, yeah, that's my brother, you know, that's my sister, you know, like, and then just watching them grow as well, you know. Yeah, I would say that's what for me has been like the best part of being part of the exec team, is coming together as strangers but actually leaving as siblings at the end.
Okay, so because the next topic you change it with Makana, I'm all the Mago na if I actually make it that I actually spread our wings. Yeah, I just say the bill Manchester.
Yes. Yes.
Oko Makana would you fit time meeting yeah, we are going to spread our wings. So can you advise the youth, the up and coming graduates, Igbo graduates, young Igbo graduates in Apatazan Keta? Gana cheba they belong to. Otisi Puko Mboy is na Magi Nedugine Jedos no can you meeting each of a young youth meeting, and that's what ICSN is about. Can you advise the needed youth non Napatan Keta? If you are buffer.
Oh, so I would say yes, you know, ICSN is an organisation, but it's made up of the people within it. And, you know, so my background is human resources, HR. And I believe everyone has a skill, everyone has a passion, or everyone, you know, can bring something to the table. And if you're thinking about the expansion of ICSN, you know, if you have an idea, you have a thought, you have a suggestion on how it can be better, there's two things you can do. You can either tell an exec about it, you know, and bring it up to the exec, or you can become an exec yourself and, you know, and make that come and bring that to life yourself. And I think that's like a really beautiful thing, to put yourself in that position to contribute, to give back. You know, it really is it's giving back to your community, you know. So if you've got an idea, you know, there's no such thing as a silly idea. It's just about finding a way to make it feasible. So yeah, your ideas, you know, nothing's set in stone. You know, we haven't got to 25 years by doing the same thing over and over again. So for the youth, if you know, see a way of making it a process better, the experience better, you know, let us know. Or more importantly, put yourself forward to be part of the executive team, or if not, just to support in the background. There's always things you can do behind the scenes to help us make it better, and that's how we end up future-proofing what we have.
Oh wow! Because I'm going to get now last. When did you go home last?
Well, actually, the last time I went home was when I had my traditional wedding last year. So
no. The first time in since.
No. Before that, I normally go back home every like 2 years.
2 years.
Every 2 years.
In another village, in another corner.
No. To my village.
Yeah,
yes, I do go to the village. Yes, no. Listen, I might not stay there as long.
Have you gone?
The reason let me land. The reason the village, the mosquitoes, they just love me so much. When I'm in the village, they just. You know, I think they can taste the McDonald's.
Of course,
in my body.
so
therefore, you know, I'm more in the city than the village.
English I know so the other one, and I didn't because now English. No, serious Lisa. No, okay, enjoy it. So you can change your job. We know last if we enjoy my culture.
Oh, what do I love the most about our culture?
What are in English? Jesus. What again?
The food. The food. The food. You know.
Do you know how to cook?
Do I know how to cook?
Cook. Alright, chicken and chips.
Let's just say that my husband enjoys my cooking. Okay? Yes. Yes. We've got ICSN cooking school.
So you see the love price, So you mommy give me love.
We have options to keep the culture alive.
Mommy,
okay?
up you, email off my power of so at least somebody so can you use Tamaka culture? Can you use it like apart from we force it like?
I think about our culture, we look after each other. I think that's the most important thing. We actively look out for each other, whether it's back home, whether it's here, you know. So for me, where I work, and I think that's one of the things I actually love about ICS and like how it's like opened up my eyes to, you know, reach out to Igbos, you know. So when for example, if a new person joins our business and I'll like look through like the names, you know, when I see that beautiful Igbo name, I'm like, yes, my brother and my sister is here, you know. And you know, like, you know, when they come for their first day and I'll be like, oh, okay, dude, they're like, huh? And I'm like, yes. And then, you know, like instantly you just got that, and you know, you're walking around and you're seeing each other and you're greeting each other. It's like a hidden, you know, I've got your back, you've got my back, you know. And that's what I love about our culture, is that once we identified our own, we look after our own, you know, or we try to like make sure that person feels, you know, like wanted and safe. So yeah, that's what I love about our culture.
So because I going at the end of it, I say thank you very much for any email. Nasi connect the magic was ziggy. You have anything like a what is it? ISSN, we put down and we Bible. So because the last thing I said, because we feel about the 25 years, and then I celebrated 25 years. Then if you got what ICSN as the 25 years anniversary, and we forgot what thank you, what congratulations, just say something positive to them, please.
Okay, so to you ICSN, I want to say thank you for creating this space for us. You know, these Igbos living in diaspora, to have that sense of home, away from home. Thank you for thinking about not just your generation, but also the future generations as well, and creating this legacy. And I hope that, you know, this 25 years starts another 25 years, and so long may it continue, not just here in London. Yes, we've got Manchester, but we hope to expand and to grow and to create these wonderful opportunities for Igbos all across the diaspora to feel like they have that belonging. So thank you, ICSN.
Thank you very much. And then one,